Have you ever wondered what an aviation convention is like? Have you ever imagined what it's like to see thousands of model airplanes, aviation memorabilia, and like-minded enthusiasts? Have you ever wanted to be around aviation 24/7 for 3 days straight? Join me as we're going to be preparing for the largest airline collectibles show in the entire world, Airliners International. Welcome everybody to the sixth preparation video for Airliners International 2025 at the Delta Flight Museum in Atlanta, Georgia. This is going to be absolutely epic, and I'm super excited for this. So let's go ahead and get started with the preparation, everybody. Welcome everybody to the sixth preparation video for Airliners International 2025. Hope all of you are excited for today's video. Of course, we have JJ here today as well, as we have so much news to dive into here with this email. So JJ, what are you thinking today? Welcome back. How you doing?
I'm very excited for this. This literally just came up out of the blue. So happy that we have this new information to go over today.
Absolutely. And it was kind of ironic because JJ and I were talking about unrelated subjects. So it was just kind of funny that this email literally came through. But anyway, awesome to get some more Airliners International 2025 videos. This is like the third one in 3 weeks. So we are rolling and we are very excited for this. So let's just go ahead and get started here with the latest updates. As you all saw in the previous video just about a week ago, we have the second hotel for AI2025, the special rate of $149 for the Kimpton Overland Hotel. It's really awesome and also has that rooftop that we talked about previously. So a really great deal on the northeast side of the airport, and they are working on a possible shuttle. So that's very exciting as well. And that room block will be available until June 2nd. So very exciting. Definitely go check out the link. It's absolutely awesome. You can just click here with the hyperlink and then it takes you over to the Kimpton Atlanta Airport, and it has the availability and so forth. So absolutely awesome right there. Really great to get that hotel going strong, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. So I actually think it's this link that is the correct one regarding the actual room nights. So love to see that. Super exciting, and definitely go check through on the dates and so forth. So JJ, liking the second hotel and glad to have it.
Yeah, that second hotel, like we talked about in the previous video, looks really nice. It's a great hotel, definitely a brand new property near ATL, so it'd be great to get that hotel in if you are unable to get a room at the Renaissance based on your schedule. So super excited to see what this is all about from other attendees, get to hear their thoughts on the second hotel, because I know the Best Western last year was pretty solid, so it's good to have that option, since the primary hotel can easily sell quickly, and especially in this case with the Renaissance.
And that's exactly what it goes into detail here with this line. With the limited space, if you've booked other accommodations, definitely consider moving over to the Kimpton. Not only do you get that great rate, but also the overlook and so many other great pieces to the puzzle, and also supporting Airliners International. So we love to see that. And where they are planning to have tours by May 1st, this is the biggest part of this video. Here are the current tours that are confirmed. It's just a crazy list. So let's just go ahead and get started with it, everybody. Oh my. Oh man, this is awesome. So the Atlanta ramp, super excited for that. Great to see the ramp tour return after the intermission from Kansas City. The Delta Training Center, super excited to see what that's going to be all about. That's going to be super exciting. The Delta Maintenance Center tour, that one's just going to be crazy. They have so many different parts and components. I'm really eager to see what they're able to show us of that. The Museum of Aviation at Robins Air Force Base. If you don't know, Robins Air Force Base is north of Atlanta, so this will be a fun shuttle ride. Very similar and even longer than the one in Dallas to Love Field. Commemorative Air Force Base, Georgia. That's complete news to me. I'll have to look on the details on that. The Delta Flight DC-3 guided tour. That's really awesome inside the museum. And also the Delta 737-200 simulator as well. So no shortage of opportunities. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of these. First, like I said, Robinson's Air Force Base is north of the Atlanta area. So you see Hartsfield, Jackson here. Here's Atlanta right here. And then Robbins Air Force Base, that's Dobbins Air Force Base. I thought it was this one. I apologize, everybody. Anyway, I don't know where it is over here, and I'm sure that we could probably find it. So let me just go ahead and see if I can find this here real quick. So here's Robbins Air Force Base, and this is actually whoa, way on down. That's got to be at least an hour away. So Robbins Air Force Base is all the way out here in the middle of Georgia. This is news to me. So yeah, way off, but they have a really cool museum there, it appears. And as you can see, plenty of cool military aircraft. It appears to be a bunch of C-5s and C-17s. So no shortage of opportunity there. Definitely hopeful that lines up to the schedule, but that's like a half-day event. So that might be what we end up doing on Wednesday. We'll have to see.
And if I may interject real quick too, I'm just looking through the collection on their website. It is a phenomenal collection. I saw a C-124C Globemaster II. That is a rare aircraft.
Yeah, look at those. Oh my gosh.
Park. They've got a Blackbird. Yeah, the collage on this website is incredible. There's a C-141 Starlifter in here as well, a B-25, C-47 Skytrain, C-119C Flying Boxcar. I saw there was there's a C-135 of some kind in here. Yeah, EC-135N Stratotankers towards the bottom of the page. Then there's an EC-121K Constellation, another B-52D Stratofortress, a B-29. This place has it all. I'm gonna have to put this on my schedule too if this all lines up perfectly.
I'm really hopeful that it does. It's worth the half day to do this for sure.
Yeah, this will be worth the hour or so journey, whatever it is. I can actually do a quick Google search, ATL Airport to Robins Air Force Base, to get an estimate. It is an hour and 36 minutes.
Okay, yeah, so it's a haul. It's not short by any means. Yeah. And then this is the CAF Air Force Georgia, and this is in Peachtree, which I think is a little bit closer to Atlanta. So very cool to see this as well. Very, very exciting to have these really cool military offerings. Typically, this isn't, as standard for AI, but I think this is really awesome to branch it out and provide plenty of options. So I'm definitely hopeful to do both, all of those, but definitely the first three along with those. So no shortage of opportunity. Very excited about those. We will have more information on those tours, hopefully by May 1st. That's what the plan is. So very excited about that. And then for the commemorative Air Force Base Georgia, let's go ahead and see if we can find that. Let's see here. Commemorative. Sorry, my computer just doesn't want to work today, does it? Let me see if I can still this here real quick. So this one, I should have had this all prepared, so I take the blame. I apologize, everybody. This one is way closer, I believe. Let me see. So yeah, this one's at least quite a ways closer over here. So this is south here of Hartsfield, Jackson. This is probably more like 15, 20, 25 minutes. So way closer on this one. This one might line up better. So we'll just have to see what happens. But regardless, it's awesome to have these military offerings. I certainly think that this is going to be a great way to branch out the offerings that Airliners International provides. So had no idea Robins Air Force Base was that far away. That's incredible. Yeah, very impressive and incredible in all those words. So certainly dumbfounded by all of that, but nevertheless, that is the current situation with the tours. Again, we'll have more information hopefully within just a few weeks time. So we'll continue to update you all as we have more, but stay on the lookout for the next email, and that will have additional information on it as well. In the previous video that we made before the Kimpton Hotel, just a few days before, the renovated Delta Flight Museum, absolutely fantastic. Definitely check out that video as well, but it gives all the details on that with that line item, so that's awesome to see. And there's going to be a wide array of seminars, so that's very exciting. That schedule should be out in May as well, so going to be awesome. They're free, very educational, very informative, so it's going to be great to see those. We have two more one-day shows before AI 2025. That's going to be Dallas on April 26th and O'Hare on May 10th, so excited for both of those. They're going to be awesome. Fortunate enough that I'll be able to get both of those attended, and then obviously straight on to AI. And then lastly, if you'd like to help promote the show, Bill will send you a promotional postcards. So definitely email them. Registration is airlinersinternational.org. Very exciting, and there's a nice picture of the overlook for the Kimpton, which is absolutely awesome. You can just see how great of a view it is, and it's going to be a great time. I hope we can somehow get a spotting meetup up there, but it's certainly a very exciting opportunity. So once again, here's the rate, $149 plus tax. It's a great deal, so definitely go check it out. There's Atlanta right there. There's the Renaissance as we know and love it, and you can go see if there's any hotels available as we speak as well. Postcard, all of what you want to see, and then there's a long list of the one-day shows down here, but I'll just kind of scroll through them here as JJ gives his thoughts on all of what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I mean, this preliminary tour list is already phenomenal. I was really excited for the Ram tour. I was really hoping we would get that one in this year, and thankfully that is the case. So I think I'm honestly going to be really divided, because I really want to do that Robins Air Force Base, that museum, and I also want to do the ATL Ram tour, but I just don't know if the schedule is going to work out.
Yes.
But hopefully we'll have we'll have the schedule coming out in the coming weeks. They do say that they want to have booking open by May 1st. So hopefully within the next week and a half or so, we'll get the full list of tours and exactly what times and days they will be on. And then that way we can get a better idea as to, how we want to plan out our convention schedule and what everyone else wants to do, especially. That will be critical for us to get. So hopefully that information comes in soon. But like I said, that I'm really eager to do that Robins Air Force Base. That museum looks incredible. The collection they have is it is off the charts. I just noticed there's a VC-140B jet.
Man,
that's another
crazy.
presidential governmental transport plane. They have an F-16A from the Thunderbirds, F-84E Thunderjet. They have a C-54G Skymaster, a military variant of, I think it is the DC-6, if I remember right. I don't know what that TM-61A is. It looks like a very weird experimental aircraft.
Yes.
It's an aircraft missile, it says. Not on public display, though, so that's just something to note. I don't know how many of these are on public display, but it looks like
the majority, yeah. The list just never stops. I mean, just look at that list. It's insane.
I'm sorry. I'm just losing my mind on this list right now. This list of aircraft.
So cool.
I'm sorry, everybody. That I just have to look through this list and just understand that, okay, this is a lot to take in and just getting bombarded with this list. I don't know if the gasp that I had earlier, I don't know if that got picked up. Some of you may have.
I'll have to enhance that. Yes.
Yeah. Just overall, these tours look incredible already. I am super excited to do all of this. But however it's going to be, just see what happens.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and continue.
Yeah, this is just so awesome. I mean, just so exciting to see all of what's going on. I apologize, everybody. It's been a full day. So hopefully my enthusiasm's coming through the roof. I'm just kidding. But I loved it. Love the Delta tours, got the Atlanta ramp back, and there goes JJ. He just does what he does in the background, so I'll just let him do what he needs to do. But these military tours, like I said, I think this is going to be an awesome change of pace, and there is possibilities for more as well. So great job to the AI team. This is so exciting, and this is by far going to be the best show that they've ever had. So why not just get more tours to go with it? And that's exactly what we have here. So looking very sharp. So that's awesome. Let's go ahead and get into some other movements here. So obviously we got the website. Definitely keep checking back here for all the information as we've talked about previously. And then you can see our AI2025 preparation schedule. You can see that we had the bonus video in there about the new Delta Flight Museum, the Kimpton Hotel, and then this video is coming out right now. That's going to be the tour announcement. And then we'll be back to talk about the tours in their schedule here in just a few weeks time, most likely late or early May at the latest. And then at some point we'll also have the seminars, which these two could go together. We'll see what happens. We'll have an overview of all the events in the plans by early June, and then we'll have our See You There video, and any other applicable videos will be fitted in as well. We might just do one more just for the sake of how exciting this show is. So this is a great time to make your plans. The Kimpton Hotel is available and ready to go. There are cheap flights, Spirit, Frontier, all these low-cost carriers have plenty of opportunities, or you can drive to the show, whatever floats into your schedule best. So there's plenty of opportunity. Once again, the Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport provides plenty of opportunity. You can see how large of an airport this is. No shortage of fun. You can see here, we even got the Korean 747-8 on the satellite imagery, so that just shows you how much fun that's going on there. Here's the north side of the airport right here, and you can see what's going on here with the Delta Flight Museum. And then, like we talked about, plenty of tours to come, so that's very exciting. I would say if we can even do 3 of these tours, it would be a success, but I'm going to try to go for 5. I mean, that'd be crazy. So it might be 4. We'll have to see. Definitely check out the other preparation videos as we referred to previously. We had the Delta Flight Museum renovation and the Kimpton Hotel. Both those are very important along with the first 3, so definitely check those out if you haven't already. And keep checking back to the website. The hotel booking link is here for the Kimpton on the second tab, so definitely click that if you need it, along with the registration prices and so forth. If you haven't got registered, be sure to do so that you're ready to go, no matter if you want to have the 3-day registration registration or 3-day registration plus the banquet, whatever you want. There are plenty of opportunities to go along with that, and more information will be coming here. But as you can see, here is the current update that they have there, and contests are super fun, so those are available as well, so definitely stay on the lookout for those. And in the meantime, there are 2 major items that you can do to prepare externally outside of getting your hotel link booked along with your registration done. First and foremost, you can make a budget. Here's kind of an Excel spreadsheet that I leave in the description of every Airliners International video. That was the worst zoom in of all time, so let me try it the other way. But what's going on here is this shows you kind of some of the different line items that you can budget for when it comes to thinking of your money and how you're going to spend it. You obviously have registration, collectibles, hotel, airfare, gas, so on and so forth. Transporting, collectibles if applicable, meals, water, snacks, having some extra money, so on and so forth. So yeah, JJ's learned many times. We've been on that story before. He spent $1,000 within his first hour during his first show in Chicago. That tells the story. Having a budget's important, and obviously there's going to be exceptions. JJ's had a phenomenal year of buying model airplanes. If you've seen his channel, that's all the more I need to say on that. It's always good to have some extra money. I do recommend it. But sorry about that, everybody. We've been so busy here that I filled up my entire hard drive, but that's completely okay. But anyway, like I was saying here, we have all the playlists. We got like 500 videos from the last 3 shows. So if you have any desire to check out what the show is like in any capacity, the best bet is to check out this playlist. Again, there is so much content here, and I would highly recommend it, and there is just so much going on. So again, many playlists. Definitely check them all out, as it's going to be super exciting. These tours are just so exciting, along with all of what's going on. There's so much momentum going to this show, and it's going to be awesome. We are a little over 2 months away, probably somewhere in the 65-day range, maybe a little bit less than that, who knows. But regardless, it is super exciting. We hope all of you are very excited. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But it is time to give JJ the word here and see what he thinks as we continue to get ready for Airliners International 2025.
Yeah, and if I may circle back to your budgeting thing with what happened with me the first time I went. That was actually within 30 minutes instead of 60.
Excuse me, I was being a little generous for you, you know.
Yeah, that, you know, I've said it in the last year's preparation series. Don't repeat the mistakes that I made the first time I went. If you're going for the first time, try to get an overview of the ballroom when you go in there the first time before you start blowing all your money on model airplanes. And while I got a lot of good stuff, it's just that I didn't get any other time then to buy anything else because I exhausted my budget. So
he bought more planes afterward, just not as many.
Yeah, just not as many. So my biggest piece of advice is always to just take it careful with your budget. Just go through it slowly but surely. Maybe set aside a chunk every day so that when you do run out, it's only that specific chunk of money and it's not your entire budget. And it's better to walk out of there with a little bit of money left than not having any at all. Because last year I walked out of there with, I don't remember exactly how much, but it was quite a bit still. And even still, I did get a lot of good stuff. So just always make sure you bring plenty of money with for the convention. And of course, when you're traveling to this, you also want plenty of money for that as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. And of course, that spreadsheet that Connor has will certainly help you out with putting
Download
together
it with the link in the description.
Yep, I will do that as well once we're done here. And then I know you mentioned too that 748 for Korean Air, they are no longer flying.
Yes, I know. I didn't want to say it, but the new livery did show up, and it looks really nice though. So there will be a bunch of cool wide bodies as well. Yes. Ethiopians flying. You obviously got KLM, Virgin Atlantic, British Airways. So there is no shortage of cool airplanes, along with all the Deltas. Obviously, we got the 100-year anniversary liveries. I'm so excited to see those, along with all the other cool planes. So there'll still be some really cool aircraft for sure.
Yep. So, you know, not too big of a miss for us, I'm sure. Well, maybe they'll just come back on a one-off. It'd be kind of funny if they did just on a one-off.
Who knows?
Airliners, as a crazy coincidence, but all depends on the demand on that Seoul to Atlanta route. But yeah, I mean, just overall, looking at the information that we have, the tour information is fantastic. Good to continue getting this frequent communication from Chris and the rest of the crew putting this show together. Please make sure to give them all the thanks that you can give them because they deserve it. They deserve this as they're putting in all this effort behind the scenes that we don't get to see every day. It's definitely something to consider when you go to the show. Just go up to them, give them a big thank you, because they deserve every bit of it. We try to give them as much appreciation as we can when it comes to putting this show together, giving us this awesome place for us to just congregate and have fun together for 3 days out of the year. Something that a lot of us, when we joined this community the first time, we didn't even think it was a thing that happened. But now here we are many years later, and we have this outlet. We have this place that we can go to. We can have this fun. So be sure to give Chris, Bill, and the rest of the crew a bunch of thanks in Atlanta, because they deserve every bit of it.
I can't agree more with what JJ just said. That is, the words of wisdom there are so important, and it's so important to be appreciative of, you know, all these opportunities and so on and so forth. So that's absolutely awesome. And I actually apologize. I guess OBS has a new feature where if you do a thumbs up that it does a fireworks show. So I hope all of you enjoyed when I did that. I'll have to show JJ. He's the only person that can't see that right now. So that was pretty crazy. It's pretty insane. So with that being said, we hope all of you enjoyed this very much. We'll be back in just a few weeks time as obviously the updates continue to come through, but this is the busy season. Make your plans. This is going to be the one. Everybody's going to be at it. You are not going to want to miss Airliners International 2025 at the Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International Airport from June 25 through 28. This is the time. Let's go get started, everybody. With that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process D. Love you do. My name's CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.